Okay, good morning. Welcome to day number 6. I'm, I will admit, not in the greatest of moods. I encountered last night, this past night that just ended, one of the unfortunate problems that you do run into in the world of hostels every now and again that's particularly annoying. And that problem is known throughout the world, the English-speaking world at least, as snoring. There was not only one person snoring in my room, there were two. And it was not just regular old, little snoring. It was, the most comically loud snoring ever. I tried everything I could think of to try to get to sleep, and, down to, pillow over my head, to putting in music and, turning it up loud enough so that I couldn't hear the snoring anymore. But that, of course, meant that I was listening to loud music all night, and I couldn't fall asleep. Until, because I eventually did get a tiny little bit of sleep, I couldn't fall asleep until the alarm that I'd set to get me up this morning to get my train went off. And then by that point, just before I hauled myself out of bed, I was actually so tired that I finally passed out. I got tired to the point where the snoring no longer mattered and my body just really wanted to sleep. And as a result, I overslept by a couple of hours. So what that means is that the train that I was hoping to take out of Rotterdam to get me started on the way to Hamburg today was a couple of hours ago. That basically means that I'm off to a sleep-deprived and late start today, which isn't great. That's quite enough blah blah because I've already wasted enough time today. Anyway, let's just go. So, unfortunately, my previous tickets were not transferable to later trains, so I had to get some new ones. This kind of reinforces the lesson: when you screw up, more often than not, it costs you money. Someone who I respect very, very much taught me the value of extreme positivity, and I think it's appropriate to apply that to this particular situation, because there's a silver lining to this, actually. What I had ahead of me is actually 6 hours of train travel, which I think to most people would seem like a massive grind, but I love traveling by train. It's one of my favorite things to do ever, and to be honest with you, I actually enjoy traveling by train more than visiting some of the cities that I've visited in my travels. This is the silver lining. Because it's a little bit later in the day now that I'm getting to start, I'm actually going to be able to do a little bit more of that train journey in the daytime instead of in the pitch darkness. So I'll actually get to see the gorgeous German countryside that I'm going through. So, you know what? Actually, if you have a look out there, you see where the sky is starting to become just a slightly lighter shade of blue. It means the sun is on its way, so that's great. And as this train here leaves, my train is not going to be too much longer, and I'll be on my way. Okay, boom, Hamburg. Well, you know the drill by now. We're going to the hostel. I'm going to unload my bag. I was a little bit worried for a second there because I forgot to download the offline map on Google Maps. You can look at Google Maps without being connected to the internet, I forgot to download the map. So I was a little bit worried about how I was going to find the place. Conveniently, I've just noticed that's the train station, and there's the hostel. So that worked out well.
Hello.
You speak English?
Yes, sure.
Okay, for a reservation?
Yes.
Okay, so checked in, but first, the hostel has a coffee bar. So, welcome to the hostel, and welcome to the view out of the hostel. That's alright. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm not going to have any issue getting to my train tomorrow morning. Anyway, fingers crossed that no one here snores. That's all I can think to say right now. Anyway, I'm going to unload a little bit here, and then we're going to go hit the town and do some stuff. Okay, Hamburg, let's see what you got. Well, you got loud police cars, we know that. So, I could do with some food, and if there's one thing that Germans definitely do better than anybody else, sorry as I tried to shield this from the wind, there's one thing that Germans definitely do better than anybody else, in my opinion, it is meat, and usually sort of sausages. You get your bratwurst, and something called Currywurst, which I really, really like. I had it in Berlin a couple of times on my last trip, and it was extremely good, and I've just gone by this place here, which is a Currywurst place out on this little main drag. Let's see how good Hamburg Currywurst is. So here we go. We got some sausage, obviously, with a comically small fork, and curry ketchup, so spicy ketchup. And this place actually gives you a little roll alongside as well, which is very nice. So, let's see what this tastes like. Okay, well, that was a pretty fun little wander around. It turns out there's a heck of a lot of nice architecture to look at in Hamburg. It was actually pretty fun. But anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen, our feature presentation. So, if it wasn't already obvious from the previous episodes of this series, certainly you've gotten the idea in this episode that I do have a bit of a thing for trains. Now, in that building there across the water, there is a place called Miniatur Wonderland, which, according to Google, contains the largest exposition of model trains in the world. Oh yeah. It is the height of nerdy goofiness, but I really want to go see it. So, that's what we're going to do next. I will admit that really the only thing I know about it is that it contains a heck of a lot of model trains. Even the photos online of it are a little bit sparse. But there's trains, and that's really all I need to know, because, as Renee Zellweger told Tom Cruise in that movie, Jerry Maguire, you had me at trains. Or at least I think that's how it goes. Anyway, who cares? Let's go see some trains.
One adult?
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you come from?
Canada.
And it's your first time here?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I hear trains. know that train goes because the other one has a... They're actually operating it like a real railway. There's the control center thingy over there, and they're actually running all of the trains because that one there is just leaving. Just stopped to let the other one pass through, and now it's going as well. Cycle, apparently. You can see it's starting to get a little bit brighter in here again. See, look, it's going to night again. Okay, check it out. Look at the bulbs in the ceiling. There's an orange one, a white one in the middle, and a blue one on the edge. Oh, look, it goes with the sun rises gradually, so you can see, oh wow, look, you can see it's dawn over there, and then it's sort of blue hour over here, and it's still the middle of the night over there. Oh my god, this place even has time zones. They run through the floor as well. I guess that's how they get between the layouts. Look at all the little, there's hundreds of them. Look at this. All the little people. Okay, well, that was absolutely amazing. That was actually so amazing. Wait, how much did you enjoy Miniatur Wonderland? The most possible. Oh my god. Okay, so to give you an idea, I went in, let's find somewhere where there's some light over here. I went in at 6:45, and it's now almost 10:30. So I was in there for a little over 3.5 hours. That tells you how amazing that was. That was way, way, way more than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. I wasn't expecting it to be that detailed. That was just one of the coolest things I've ever done. So anyway, enough of me nerding out over trains. That was probably only just bearable for you to watch. But anyway, I enjoyed it. So, what are we going to do now? Actually, you know what? I'm pretty hungry. Let's find some food. Okay, so, unfortunately, quick Google has revealed that it seems that it's only the fast food joints in the train station that are open at this hour. So, as I make the extremely long and arduous hike from the train station to the hostel, there is one particular thought that I want to end on, and it occurred to me while I was watching the trains. You remember 2 days ago when the entire day was great, and then at the very, very end I ended up getting stuck in that little town in Belgium with no train out and no hostel to stay in. I ended up having to stay in that really expensive hotel. Today was actually kind of the opposite of that. It had a really crappy start, and then it ended great. Unfortunate things happen when you're traveling. They happened last time when I traveled like this, and they've definitely happened on this trip so far as well. But it's been my experience that tends to even out after a while. So you get some bad things that happen, and they kind of mess you up and mess your plans up. Then you get some really great things that you really didn't necessarily plan on, that at very least didn't completely plan on. Like, I mean, I thought, model trains, sure, you know what, let's go, let's do it. I didn't think it was going to blow my mind quite that much. So it's just, it's trade-offs. You win some, you lose some, and the cool thing is that if you keep at it, usually you at the very least come out even, if not a little bit ahead. So, anyway, we're back at the hostel. So, I will leave off there. I have an early train tomorrow morning, which I will endeavor not to miss this time. Should be pretty easy, given that the train station is literally there. Anyway, there we go. That is all from Hamburg. I will see you tomorrow morning for more of this. Good night.